Hi everyone, this is Caroline at the Southeast Regional Library. Welcome to my nature walk craft. I'm going to be using some things that I found outside in nature to make a little, I think I'm going to go for like a poem on this piece of scrapbook paper. So I'll go over the things that we need and then I'll put our craft together and we'll see what we come up with. So first thing you're going to need is some nature. I took a walk around my neighborhood. Unfortunately, I took a walk at the wrong time because my neighborhood had just landscaped. So there wasn't a ton for me to take from nature, but I took what I could. This was all stuff that I just found on the ground around my neighborhood. So some little flowers. We have some leaves. But I wanted to make sure, and I wanted to emphasize here too, that this is stuff that I found on the ground. We did not pick this off of a tree or a plant, so make sure that you're being kind to nature when you're doing your nature walk and your nature craft, and find things that are already falling off of plants and trees, not things that we have to like pluck off of plants and trees, especially if they're not yours. So make sure we don't take flowers off of our neighbors' plants or trees or things like that. So I found some little flowers, some leaves, got them all in my little bag here. Let's see if I can get the last couple. There we go. So got some things here. And then, like I said, I've got a piece of scrapbook paper. You could really use anything you'd like, printer paper, construction paper, whatever you have at home. I found this in our big bucket of scrap paper here at the library, so it's something that somebody had already kind of used but didn't use up all the way, so I'm going to see if I can use it up all the way. I have a Sharpie marker because I think, like I said, I think I'm going to write a poem, so I'm going to write that with my Sharpie, but you can use crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you would like to make your craft. And then last but not least, I have a hot glue gun. So I'm using a hot glue gun because it's going to make everything stick faster, but you can use school glue, a glue stick, whatever you have at home. Just make sure that if you are using a hot glue gun like mine, that you use it with a grown-up because they do get very, very hot. So I've got a glue gun and then an extra glue stick because this one's already running pretty low. So I'm going to set up my paper. I think it's got like a little wavy edge here. You can see where somebody trimmed it with, I think, probably scrapbook scissors. I think I'm going to make that the, I was going to make it the bottom, but I actually might do the poem on like a diamond shape. So I think it'll be the bottom kind of left side of my diamond. So I'm going to take the things that we found outside and glue them down onto my paper. Let's see if I can get my new glue stick in there too. This is a really easy craft. You can do just about anything. If you find sticks outside, you can use sticks. If you find rocks that look cool, you can use rocks. We just want to make sure we're being kind to nature when we do it. Don't take anything that's like already on a tree. We don't want to pluck brand new leaves or brand new flower petals that might still grow into something. And I thought about this while I was picking up my nature. We don't want to pick up bird feathers and things like that because we just never know. Birds can carry different germs than people have, so we don't want to get sick from picking up a bird feather. But these were all just out in my front yard and around my neighbors' front yards and on our sidewalks, things that had blown off our plants. We've got a lot of very pretty like flowering trees and bushes in my neighborhood, so I knew this was going to be a really good opportunity to use some of those cool flowers. And you could also, if you don't have a ton of nature in your neighborhood, you could always come over to the library and walk the riparian. We're doing the summer reading program right now, so if you go over to the riparian, you can find a secret code and do a little scavenger hunt in the riparian. Stop by the library, grab some books from us, get some secret codes. Got a lot of good stuff going on this summer, and the theme for summer reading program is adventure. So that's why I wanted to do a nature walk, because I think that anytime we go out in nature, we never really know what kind of adventure we're going to find. So I thought nature was the perfect fit for our adventure theme. I'm just kind of randomly placing my nature. No real rhyme or reason yet, but I think this is kind of my favorite of all the flowers that I found. So I think I'm going to save him for last and put it kind of front and center. And I think I might have inspired myself from my little poem. So I'm just trying to be really gentle with my flowers because when they get dry, they get very delicate. So I don't want to crunch them into little bits. It's sort of hard to do, or to not do. Let's get this one stuck down. Right, I'm gonna do one more leaf. This guy is like curled up on himself. I kind of want to see if I can uncurl him, maybe use both halves. Oh, he might just uncurl on his own without having to break it. Also use my glue, kind of uncurl the leaf, get it to stick down all the way, opened up. There we go. So I think I originally was going to use my top side, or my bottom side with the curly edge, but I think I'm going to flip it and make that my top side, because I kind of want my favorite flower to be the very top. So I glue that right here. I'm hoping I can kind of glue it down so that it's opened. Might need a little more glue. And like I said, if you're using school glue, it's going to dry a little bit slower than my hot glue. But do your best, and if you have to use like a paper clip or a chip clip, whatever you have lying around the house to clip some of these things down until they dry, you can always do that. So here it is with my favorite flower on top. It's looking pretty cool. It kind of looks like a graduation cap, which is not what I intended, but that's just kind of the right color and the right shape. So I wish I had one more leaf for right here, but that's okay. So I think my little poem, I'm thinking about nature and thinking about adventure. So I wrote, every time I step out into nature, a little adventure may await. I like it. I was just thinking about our summer reading program theme and nature and how much I love going outside and just seeing what nature and what the world is going to give me anytime I step out, and that's what I came up with. So you don't have to make a poem like mine. You can do anything with your nature craft. You can glue it down on paper or just glue some things together. If you find a lot of cool sticks, you could glue them together and try to make like a mobile or a wind chime. Anything you find outside can be a really cool piece of art. So I've got my little poem with all my little nature findings. I wish I had had more nature, but you know, sometimes when they come through with the leaf blower, you can't help it. But I like it. I think it turned out really nice. So whatever you create, I hope you're having a wonderful summer. I hope you're getting outside when you can, when it's cool enough to, and I hope you have lots of great adventures this summer. Be sure to stay tuned for our secret code, and be sure to stop into the library for lots of great adventures this summer. We hope that you're logging your minutes for your 1,000 points to get a free book with the summer reading program, and reading lots and lots this summer, having lots of adventures outside and on the page. This has been Caroline at the Southeast Regional Library, and we'll see you really soon.